We gotta go. Are you doing?
Okay, ready?
Okay, and we're
back
to the Joe
Bob
Briggs
Companion
podcast. This is a podcast where we basically watch an episode of Joe Bob Briggs and then talk about it. In
That's
case
right.
you're on episode 15 and this is your first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you what this podcast is about.
And John usually does the okay, we're back, but today I kind of threw him off and I wanted to jump in there and like start
You were
off.
so sneaky with that.
I was like, and we're back with the Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah. You're so sneaky. So I kind of, when they were talking about
yelling at
Rawhead Rex, I was like, why are you guys talking about Rawhead Rex? That was ages ago. And then I just realized it's because we kind of had a disorganized podcast release.
I know, but this is a new episode.
Schedule.
We're back. We're back with the Witchy Wing Ding special.
100%.
Joe Bob's Witchy Wing Ding special.
So what episode came out last week? Was Rawhead Rex?
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm all over the place.
Which was part one of this Ireland witchy situation.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's true. They were in Ireland.
Darcy and Joe Bob are celebrating Walpurgisnacht.
Walpurgisnachtums.
Joe Bob's tanked.
Bro, my man, this was funny because we obviously having not seen Rawhead Rex. Like we
have
saw
seen
it.
Rawhead
No, we
Rex.
saw it 2 weeks ago though.
Right.
Or however long. It's
Yeah.
been a while since we watched it.
Yeah.
So to jump in here where he's already halfway to being wasted.
Right.
It made me want to get drunk like that. And I think we
Cool.
should do one of these for one of these episodes.
Like that? And
Yeah. Like
drink
we
and
should
stuff?
drink heavily for an episode one time
Yeah. Okay.
and see what happens.
Maybe for a Patreon. We should put a paywall in
Yeah.
front of
Maybe
it.
do edibles for one.
Yeah, paywall.
You pay what? Why? Let the
know.
public see you fly,
No.
baby.
No, they mustn't.
So this week they did a movie called Oddity.
Yes. Directed and
but-
written by Damien McCarthy.
For sure. But before we get into that, a lot of things happened with MK and I the past couple weeks. It's been Chris MK fully finished the script for Slay.
Yep.
And did a table read.
Yep.
And has gotten some notes and is going to do it again. Implement those notes.
Again and again.
And send it out to some more people after that.
Yep.
And it's really incredible, and I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little Slay update.
Yeah.
True Detective, I know everyone's on the edge of their seat.
Right. John and I are watching True Detective
We're
season
on
1.
episode 6.
Yes.
They've flash forwarded 7 years. They're in 2002
Spoiler
now.
alert for True Detective for like the next couple minutes.
No, that's it. Well, you know what? I already spoiled that there's a flash forward. So, yeah, I guess... Well, that's it. We're in episode 6.
You don't want to talk more about it?
Spoiler alert ahead.
Yeah.
Basically, Matthew McConaughey is now realizing that maybe they didn't get the right guy in 95.
Yeah, but also they're accusing him.
You're right.
That's
Big
huge.
turn. They're kind of... The pressure is leaning towards
which I
McConaughey.
felt,
Which
you
we've
know,
been... No, they blatantly said it.
Well, they blatantly said it in this past episode. Yes.
No, they've been hinting at it for
But
a
they've
minute.
been hinting at like we've got our eye on him. Like we don't like this guy. Like they have him summoned there to do this deposition, I guess is what it is.
Yes.
And it's not just to be like, whoa, Williamson County's calling me. Wait, maybe this is.
Okay, hold on, break. And we're back. Do you want to
Sorry.
tell everyone on the podcast what that was about?
Yeah, I sold my car to a car dealership, and I need a duplicate title because I lost my title, obviously.
Right, and I remember they said they were going to do it.
Yeah, so that's Williamson County though calling me. Wait, I'll bleep that. They don't need to know our county.
Okay.
That's, they're calling me to be like, did you, she literally goes, hi, this is Darlene from the bleep county office.
Well, first of all, people know we live in Nashville.
Yeah, but
So they...
we could be
And honestly, we don't even live in Williamson County.
You're right. We don't live.
So we don't need to believe any of this.
Hi, she goes, hi, this is Darlene from the Williamson County Clerk's office. Did you come in to get your title? Anyway, it's so boring.
Oh.
That's it.
I thought that was... Okay, but she had a fun accent,
She had
though.
and her name was literally Darlene.
Oh.
I know.
Love a Darlene.
So cute.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so we saw Deepwater this week.
Oh, God.
We haven't talked about that, right?
No, we have not talked about that on the pod.
Okay.
We talked about how you were dying to see it.
Right. And there's been, I guess, okay, so for sure. So we saw it. And the only thing I really want to bring up, besides how bad it was
really bad.
was that when MK and I walk into this theater, there's probably like 8 other people there. Every single person was a single man. Mm-hmm. And I bought a single ticket to go see this movie. And MK was like, listen, refund that ticket. I'll go with you if you go the next day. Yeah. So I went the next day with MK. Everyone in the theater was a guy there by themselves, including this guy right in front of us. Eventually, this one guy right in front of us, his wife joined him late, but
With the concessions.
Because
he wanted to see it.
and this is actually funny too because I forgot about this. We got to the concessions and it was one person working.
Yeah.
And long line.
yeah.
So I went. MK was like, "You can go because you've been dying to see this movie. Go sit down."
And I don't give a fuck.
So what's so funny is that I'm sitting down. MK comes to me and we're commenting. It's only guys in the theater, and then this guy in front of us, his wife brings his concessions because she let him go in early too. He must have been bugging trying to see it too, which is crazy. This guy was like definitely my future, 100%. He was wearing he wore a blue blazer to the movie theater.
Yeah, these were older folks.
Which I was like, I think I could wear.
Classy.
I got to be honest with you, a blazer is actually a nice layer for a movie theater.
Yeah.
It's not too heavy, not too light.
Good pockets.
A blazer is actually like a very practical layer for a guy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I knew this one guy who was like always talking about how he travels in suits because he was like, it's actually best for traveling.
Well, it's very good for traveling because then it keeps it pressed kind of is more so than packing it in your bag.
Yeah.
And then on top of that,
He was talking about like the pockets and
you
stuff
have
and
the
layer.
suit. Well, yeah, it's a good for traveling, good for movement for travel. It keeps it not wrinkled. And then you have a suit when you're traveling.
Okay.
It's hard to bring a blazer to pack a blazer.
Right.
It takes up a lot of space in a bag.
Right.
A lot less space on your body. We can get into this a little bit further. I feel your energy.
I think
absolutely dying.
I think we covered it.
the
But
other-
Deep Water,
Yeah, the movie was crazy.
it was just so.
Do you want to give a little Deep Water recap? What do you remember?
Here's what I remember about Deep Water. The old man,
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, he is estranged from his family.
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
He is.
Okay.
He's divorced. Remember, he's like doing karaoke, and he's like, "I'm always divorced. Like
I'm always divorced.
I'm good at first dates. I'm not good at being married or something."
Yeah.
You know. So, he's the pilot. There's what's his face is the
Aaron Eckhart.
Aaron Eckhart.
Do you remember who? Do you
He's like the
recognize
first
him
captain.
from other stuff?
I couldn't place him in anything. I know his face, but I couldn't. Place him in
I'll just say
anything.
this: one of his more famous roles. He's in Batman, and he plays
Oh, Harvey Dent.
exactly.
Okay, totally know him.
Yeah.
Totally. Thank you. Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the next one. Oh no, you're right. Dark Knight. I'm sorry.
He's in the Dark Knight trilogy.
No, but Dark Knight's the second one. You're right. I think it's Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and then
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises, maybe.
Yeah. Really? It's not the Dark Knight trilogy?
I think it's also the Dark Knight trilogy. Should I Google what the
it's okay.
Batman trilogy?
So he's Harvey Dent. So I totally recognize. So he's the first captain. They're flying a plane to Shanghai. Mm-hmm. We meet all the passengers on the plane. Chinese people, American people, a lot of Australian people playing American people.
What I find so interesting in these Chinese-funded movies, because by the way, too, there's like 17 production companies in this movie.
Oh my God, at least. And like 18 executive producers named as well.
Yeah, it was really crazy how many different ones. And you can see when it's like a movie that's being funded by China, where it's like and I'm fine with this, honestly. This is like a fine situation for me. I have no problem with this. Because I think this is more so than not probably the case.
Yeah.
But Americans are like the arrogant kind of dickhead.
Oh, yeah.
In the Meg 2,
Yeah.
there's this really funny scene towards the end of the movie where this American tourist is just on his phone really loudly at like a Chinese beach resort.
Yeah.
And the same thing in this movie, like the Americans on the plane are like the most obstinate, arrogant, like aggressive dickheads.
And didn't we say we think it's the same actor who plays?
I think it might be the same actor.
Because it's this entitled.
But it's also, I don't think so.
It's this entitled asshole who's outside smoking, and then like you can't smoke here, and he's like, "Fuck you, bitch," kind of.
And he lights another cigarette.
Lights another ciggy, but he puts a battery in his suitcase, like a rechargeable, like for his phone.
I also don't
and
really
it's
get that
sparking.
as a thing from China, because don't Chinese people love smoking cigarettes? I remember seeing
It's
these.
more so he's just not following the rules.
He's not following the rules, but I remember seeing there's like a Chinese tradition, I think, or it's Korean, but it's somewhere in Asia. They have a tradition at weddings where they light like 10 cigarettes in their mouth at once and then pass them around to people.
Crazy.
Have you ever seen these pictures?
No.
It'll be a picture of like a little tiny woman in a beautiful big wedding dress with literally 10 cigarettes in her mouth.
Weirdly, I think I've like seen this on Tumblr.
Yeah, it's crazy looking, and it's like a wedding party trick thing that they do.
So, anyways, it's more so he's not following directions, and plus he's an asshole. But so he puts his battery in the thing. Spoiler alert, the battery is what makes the plane fucking go down because it starts a fire. The plane gets struck by lightning because there's a storm. And then his battery sparks in his suitcase and the cabin compartment like catches on fire. And then the plane goes down in the middle of nowhere. There's sharks. The nastiest, most visceral plane crash ever. And like such serious music. It was like really disturbing. It was like Final. It was like detailed Final Destination.
Yeah,
like it was
the plane
really
crash
well
is the
directed.
most compelling part of the whole movie.
It was really well directed, but yeah, it was compelling. But like, I don't want to see a brutal plane crash. Like that's really scary.
But that's hard. That's why you don't want to see it. That's why when someone was like,
yeah, but now I'm like scared of flying.
Someone who offered you a school bus, right? And they were like, yeah, you could blow it up.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, of course we should put kids in it.
No.
No, but that's the whole point.
By the way, he means obviously like characters of kids in a movie.
No, I mean real people.
I'm just saying this is a horror movie podcast.
Like, yeah, it's like there's
my
a
dad
serial,
has a friend who owns a school bus.
There's
and he's
a
like,
serial
if your daughter
killer,
ever wants to blow it up,
or a witch blows it up, you know, like
I think it's more
or a
so
witch causes it to crash.
Is I'm working on Speed 3.
I got to be honest with you. You know what it really could be?
This is me doing an action
It's
movie.
in The Witchening. You have a scene where the bus driver gets possessed by the witch and drives the truck into a gas station and it blows up, filled with children.
Well, we can't blow up the gas station, but we can blow up a car.
Well, no.
I'm thinking I do a car chase and somebody they hijack a school bus.
Babe, if you're getting the money to direct Speed 3, you don't need your dad's buddy's bus.
I'm not saying. I'm saying this is my proof of concept for hey, I want to direct.
Oh, you're gonna make a Speed 3 short? Who would you cast as the Sandra Bullock
character? Can you
character?
stop interrupting me?
Sorry.
Thank you. I want to direct an action movie. And so this is my proof of concept of being like, hey, I can direct action. I can direct high
But what
speed
is your
chases.
proof of concept?
I don't know yet. I'll figure out the story.
No, but okay, so what I'm saying is...
But I'm saying like,
okay,
knows how to blow up a car.
Who would you cast as your Sandra Bullock character in your Speed 3 short?
Famous or...
No, of your friends.
Of my friends.
Of like people, you know, you're making your Speed... This is the... Okay. To be clear with everybody, because we're moving fast here.
Hey.
We make shorts...
This is how ideas...
we make shorts as proof of concepts for possible features.
Yes.
So what you're theorizing, and I'm here for it, is using your dad's friend's bus as a potential action movie short in the vein of Speed.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
Okay. So
there's a bomb rigged under the school bus. They have to stay at a certain
100%.
level
Love
or it was going to blow up.
the exact premise of Speed. Speed 2 is the exact same premise of Speed, just on a boat.
Yeah.
But you want to go back Speed 3, back to the bus.
Back to the bus. But it's a school bus.
Not back of the bus.
Back
because
to the
that's actually Speed 3 back of the bus. The Rosa Parks story.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't know if I'm
You're doing a period piece. No, this is how you do period piece too.
Right, but the school
It's
bus...
1966, Birmingham, Alabama. There's a bomb underneath the bus. Rosa Parks gets on. She's the last passenger on, right? And some guys
they're like, sit in the back of the bus,
and some guys
Rosa.
like,
and she's like, I'm not sitting in the back.
Back
They're
in the
like,
back of the bus.
sit in the back of the bus. But they're saying it because there's a bomb in the front.
And then as this situation is going down, this kind of altercation, the bus drivers start to realize, I can't go below 45. And they all have to come together, conquer racism together, okay? As a team. And really unite. And it's Speed 3, the Rosa Parks story. Back of or on the bus.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it could be like an FN where you don't, some type of blend of the two. Maybe like an N with a line through it.
For back on, it turns into an F.
Yeah.
Or I think the trailer, it's like back of the bus, and then it tilts back on the bus. Oh my God. In a world.
Do you see what happens? When you jump on board, we cook so hard, it's crazy. Wait, no, do your thing. In a world haunted by racism, America, 1966. Nobody thinks that anyone can figure it out until one woman steps onto the bus. What are you doing? Don't go below 45! We can do this! I'm gonna save America. Sorry, those are all the characters.
I hear you. My thing is too is with the school bus, like
we can't clip any of this, and this is the best part of the podcast.
That's my thing about like yes we have a school bus as a prop, but one I need to ask my dad for his friend to send pictures. Apparently he painted it for something. You're making me cough now. Okay, hold on.
Your dad wants to give us a fucking blue bus, like my man.
Well, so my thing is this is like, you know, when I was in high school, you know, we would ride on the school bus to like theater competitions and stuff. So like, you know, there's ways to do it so it's not like sweet little 6-year-old children. It could be like bratty, horny 17-year-olds, you know, or it could be like we paint the bus in a way it looks like a church bus. So then we have all adults, you know what I mean? Or it's like a choir and it's like, you know.
Okay.
We could do anything.
Okay.
Sky's the limit.
We could kill a choir. You're right.
Yeah.
What about a bus of like handicapped adults?
It feels unfair.
It feels unfair too.
Yeah.
So Deepwater was bad?
It was bad. It was just like so serious. Like if you're going to show that, I just needed to either be funny or like so over the top, outrageous.
Very serious. But basically the plane crashes. They're in the water. There's sharks. There's not even that many sharks.
So many people die in the actual
plane crash. Yeah. It was bad.
It was bad. And then there's sharks and then it's just, it was just like, and also there was like 7 writers too. It was just bad.
One last thing I want to say about it being a Chinese movie is that the Americans are obviously very arrogant and the Chinese characters are people who are like kind of trying to help piece together the problem.
What sport do they play?
I have no idea, but there's a whole sporting team of people. But one thing I think is interesting, because I'm fine with this dynamic. Australians in these movies are always a mediating force between the Americans and the Chinese. And I find that is the part I have a problem with, really. Because fuck the Australians.
You don't find them to be a peaceful people?
No. Well, peaceful, but like, I don't. No, I'd rather like Hawaiians be the mediating force.
Okay.
Because they feel like in between, like they're literally geographically
right
in between China and America.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Your face. We're not.
Yeah, I'm processing. Okay.
You're like, can I talk about this?
Okay, interesting.
Who do you think should be the mediating force? Or like British people at least?
No.
Okay.
Fuck the Brits. We're Americans, bitch.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Fuck the British
1776.
Too. Ever heard of it?
Hello. We've been rewatching National Treasure recently. It's like, I know about our 4 founders. Forefathers.
Our founding fathers.
Our founding fathers.
And our forefathers. So, okay. That's Deepwater. I wrote down the name and I don't know what this means.
I was about to start chanting something, but I don't think it's...
I don't think you should be chanting anything.
I think it's from the civil rights movement, not from the 1776.
No, let's not have you chanting stuff because I feel like that's kind of...
No taxation without representation.
Okay, I wrote down the name...
Is that from 1776 or from...
Lionel Esteville. Now, why did I write down this name? I don't know why I wrote down this name, MK, but I'll tell you this. He's a visual effects guy for Deepwater. That's why. But I don't know why.
Did you think he did a good job or a bad job?
I think he did a pretty bad job, I have to say. I mean, I guess...
A lot of it was great. A lot of the compositing was really good, but a lot of it was...
it was okay.
Strange.
But I don't think it looked fantastic. I mean, he had a big job on it.
He had a big job. And they did a lot of, like, they would do a lot of, like, zoom out into wide angles and stuff. And I was like, that's just going to be hard to, like, match.
He did Paddington 2, digital composition.
We got to see.
Digital composer.
We got to see that movie.
And then he's been the DP for 2 shorts. into 2013. Hasn't really worked in the short sphere in a while.
Okay. Because he switched to VFX.
He's a VFX guy now. So again, I really need to make sure I write down why I write some of these things down, because I remember one time I wrote down someone's name. Like, I'm trying to look back in my own notes. I remember.
Yeah, but it wasn't good. Can we talk about Hokum? Because we also saw Hokum.
We also saw Hokum, which is interesting because it ties into the movie we saw today.
Hello, Damien McCarthy's third movie. First movie is Caveat, which neither of us have seen. Oddity we watched. That's what we're talking about today. If you're like, no, you're not. You're talking about Deep Water and other shit. We'll get there. And then also...
fucking chill.
Yeah,
do you think we have like annoying fans already? Who are like, you guys aren't talking about the fucking thing!
Maybe.
I think people just love us, though. You don't
We're here for this banter.
I think that they can't get enough of it.
Yeah. We're getting downloads.
Bro.
And again, comment, like, subscribe.
Comment one thing.
Who are you?
If you are listening to this,
I am not a bot.
Just comment anything.
Like, truly.
Send us a DM. Be like, I heard you say this thing.
Yeah.
I'll fucking read it.
Oh, I know I just said we're going to talk about Hokum, but I got an interesting message through my film company website today. This kid who's about to graduate college is like, yo, I'm looking for work. I'll even be an intern. I'll do whatever you want. And I'm like, do I rope this guy into the podcast?
100%.
Cool. So.
We need him.
We need him. You're hired, kid.
So what were you going to say? So
Hokum.
Yeah.
You and I haven't really talked. Where are you going?
Just keep going.
Okay. John's leaving.
Hokum.
I'm freaking out. You and I haven't talked about it. I want to say that I really liked it.
I liked it too.
And I thought
it was really good.
It was spooky.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting to make Adam Scott so unlikable.
I think Adam Scott's got a really weird career at this. Like, he's such a funny guy, and he's being used in these like very serious roles of that have a tiny bit of comedy, I guess, and just like with how like boring they are. Like, he's very quiet, you know, in all of his, in Severance and in this, like he plays like a very like quiet guy. I like Adam Scott when he's like saying a lot of lines, when he's like talking a bunch. Like, I like his voice, I like his cadence, and I just think when he's like very kind of off put by everything, like like he's kind of like doing like a little bit of like a Woody Allen thing. I just don't love it as much. And I think his character in Severance and this one were similar. But I think the movie probably would have been better maybe without him, honestly. And that's not to say I don't really like him. I just don't know if he's like I get casting him and I get him wanting to do it, but I don't really love him as a scary guy.
Is a Scream King for you?
No.
Who would you have cast instead?
Oh God! Like, I could have gone with like a nobody. Like, I think it's a great opportunity for like an unknown guy.
An unknown could have been cool.
Because I don't think anyone's going to see Hokum for Adam Scott.
Oh, I'm sure there are some people who
maybe
are.
some, but okay. There's definitely some like Adam Scott girls out there who are wigging for Scotty Boy.
Yeah.
And boys and whoever.
Yeah.
But I think people were like, it's called Hokum. It's a scary movie. It has a great poster. It's got great red font. Mm-hmm. You know, we were talking about the font because of The Witchening.
I think the font's white, but yeah.
Well, I think
there's a million different versions of the poster.
Yeah, I think on the poster it's a red font, but either way, the way it's spelled, the name of the movie itself, Hokum, is a great title.
Yeah. I loved when they said it in the movie. And I was like, oh, now I know what it means.
I actually don't remember.
They tell the story about the witch. The bellboy's like, I went up there and I saw the witch. You know, he tells the story. And Adam Scott just goes, Hokum. And she goes, I believe you. And so you're like, oh, okay, Hokum means like bullshit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I did not pick up on that at all. Love the word, though. A great title, great font. So I think people would have gone to see it either way. They love scary movies.
Yeah.
You know, I think I think people were going to go see that movie either way. Who would I have cast? So I'll try to think about it throughout because I don't want to bug out.
You don't bug out.
You don't need to bug out.
I think it could have been fun for an unknown, but it was interesting with it being him and then making him. He's just like such a jerk.
You know, he's also not an unlikable guy.
Physically assaults that guy. You know, it like burns his hand with a spoon. Like,
yeah, he's also very not believable as being unlikable, and that's a compliment to him.
I don't think
he's
so.
He's a good guy, not a bad guy.
I think he's got a swarmy face.
The thing is, he's unlikable in Step Brothers, but he has so much dialogue that like, and he plays such a big character. You know, can't believe him as unlikable when he was so small with his acting with it. I think maybe that works in Severance, where like there's a struggle with it. You know, you're supposed to kind of feel sorry for him. Yeah, I don't know if he was the best cast. I didn't know how to feel about him throughout the movie, which I think is either not good with the writing or not good with the acting.
Yeah. Okay.
And I liked the writing, so I'm leaning with it. It's just kind of our also a lot of this too with his acting or not. It's a lot of it is that we just as a people like Adam Scott.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we all love Adam Scott.
Yeah.
Adam Scott is America's sweetheart. You know, so I just don't see him being mean.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
Like, did you see him when he does burn the guy? I'm like, don't you think that's gonna? When they burn him in the beginning, I'm like, oh, he's gonna have an arc at the end and everything, but he's still mean.
So obviously, I mean, we are totally spoiling Hokum, and we're gonna continue to spoil Hokum. Just FYI, everybody. So I thought like the fact that he tries to kill himself so early in the movie, I was like, oh, okay, we're meeting this guy, and he is like at his fucking end, you know, like he is done with this whole life situation. So he's not just like some grumpy jerk running around being grumpy. He's not like the arrogant American in deep water or whatever, open water. He's
open
like
Open water's great too.
He's like a dude who is like really gone through it and like been through a lot, you know. And then we unravel the trauma, and I think the trauma reveal was like super fucking devastating and like really disgusting and horrific. But I'm like, the fact that I loved it. I loved that he wasn't just like drunk, passed out. Like I loved that he was hanging there. I was like, so all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, it all makes sense.
Doesn't he burn them in the hospital after he gets?
No, he burns at the hotel lobby.
At the hotel lobby.
At the hotel bar. And then later that night goes to kill himself.
Yeah.
So like he's just like out there like in a fog, in a whiskey fog of just like unhappiness.
I also then honestly didn't love the writing of that scene too, because he's like, if you can't take this, that's half the pain it is to be a writer.
Totally.
That was like the worst
It's a little
line.
intense. You know, I think something I noticed in Hokum and then also in Oddity is like Damien McCarthy definitely like, he'll just like say it how it is, you know, which is like good because it's just like, oh, cut the bullshit. Let's just like.
I think executives like that too, because it's just like it says what the movie
be
is.
Clear, you know. But
I think that line could have been better.
It can feel a little heavy-handed at times and a little like, what the fuck? Like you would really say that? But then again, it's like, yeah, he would, because this guy is about to kill himself. So like,
remember someone saying
anything goes.
David Letterman was telling people to not do comedy because if they really want to do comedy, they'll just won't listen to him. And someone was like, well, why would you tell people to not do comedy? And that was his reason.
Right. He's told people, don't do comedy. If somebody said, can you give me some advice? He would say, don't do comedy.
He's like, don't do it. And then someone else was like, well, why would you tell people that? Why would you discourage people? And he's like, if they really want to do it, they're not going to listen to me.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So I guess that's maybe I don't know. So Hokum 2, I did not like
Hokum 2, the sequel.
I did not like the way they paced out or even dealt with Adam Scott's backstory. Mm-hmm. To me, it feels like this is an important thing with horror movies in the A24 part of it, that there's something else going on. Trauma that they are kind of dealing with throughout the movie. And the movie is really about something like that. I don't give a fuck. The flashbacks are a waste of fucking time. I don't want to see them. I think it's bad storytelling. I think it's super forced. I think it's like not earned. You can just flash back to fucking anything and just do that intermittently to build to this point at the end of the movie. That's not like when you're watching a movie and these things are being fed to you subconsciously, and by the end of the movie you're like, oh my God, I can't believe. The whole movie we're like, what are these flashbacks going to mean? Right? That's a constant thing. What is this going to culminate to? And I think good storytelling is like you're being surprised by where the culmination is and not literally directed at it.
Can you think of a movie where it uses flashbacks and you like it?
It uses flashbacks.
Not to put you on the spot. Because...
Well, True Detective. I mean, if a movie lives...
technically forwards.
Is it? Don't you think the whole story is taking place in 2010?
Yeah, I guess
flashing
so.
back from two
But
different.
didn't it start? Did it? I'm just well.
Did they start? They started shooting it in 1995.
No. Did they? Does the? I don't remember if the show starts with them in the interrogation room or with them just like out on the case.
But either way, the story is the centralized place of the story. I don't know exactly where it starts. Is in the present day. The show comes out in 2012. It's taking place in 2012 in an interrogation room. That's kind of like the center point of the whole show is the two cops interviewing different people.
It's really interesting, you know, like
it's not like living in a flashback.
Framing devices and stuff, you know, and like how to best tell your story, especially if you're working with multiple timelines, especially if you're dealing with stuff that's like happened in the past. I do think this movie could have been Hokum, meaning by this movie, could have been really effective, if not maybe more effective, if it was just like, this is a writer, he's at this hotel, he's encountering this witch and this like other dark. I like that there's more going on. It's not just the witch. I like that there's more going on at the hotel. But I don't think that I needed the trauma.
You know what I like? A movie about a writer in a hotel that's dealing with his trauma, and I'd like to rewatch that movie to see why and how much of it is a part of it. But it's 1492, the John Cusack movie. And how he has
That's a mindfuck of a
he has
movie.
his cigarette with him the whole time, and I think that cigarette, if I remember correctly, is kind of like a grounding point of his reality. Another thing too with the True Detective and the flashbacks, like if True Detective only existed in 1995 and it was just the story of Woody Harrelson's infidelity and Matthew McConaughey being like a wacky guy and them tracking down this murderer, it'd be a great show, right? And we'd fucking eat it up. And maybe it'd go 8 episodes and we'd be like, okay, maybe it was a little long towards the end of it, but like that was like one of the best shows.
Yeah.
The fact that True Detective takes place in the present moment and links to 2 different periods in the past. I mean, I was saying this last night when they leave the interrogation office when Matthew McConaughey left it, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Because I only want to experience that show in the flashback.
Yeah.
I don't care about the present moment.
Right.
And I think that's what makes a flashback earned. The present moment is just to give you like, it's information that the writer wants you to have. Like this person's still alive right now and look at where they've ended up. Now we're going to like totally go live in this other world previous to this.
In the history.
And you can kind of have the anticipation of how do we get to that place? Like it's used as a storytelling technique that makes the story richer. Doesn't just kind of like tell one tiny little part of the story.
I mean, I was pretty shook when I found out that he shot his mom in Hokum.
That's a twist, certainly. I don't disagree that.
I thought that Jack.
But couldn't we at any point at the end of any movie just learn, like at the end of Die Hard, just learn that Bruce Willis was abused as a child? Like we could just, any movie could just end with this random heartfelt thing. And now it's good. I mean, I don't think that that's good. Just to say, this thing happened to them previously, by the way. That's why he's like kind of weird. You know, like nothing hints to him having an aversion to guns, having
No. Well, I mean, he's pretty upset that the guy shot the goat. He's like, you didn't have to shoot it, you didn't have to kill it. Like he's pretty, you know.
If I walked into a hotel and I saw a fucking goat dead right there, I'd be like, bro, you really should be doing this somewhere else. Like, there's a wholly inappropriate situation at all. I didn't even clock that because of how wackadoo it would be to see a goat dead right there at a hotel.
Well, you didn't clock him being like, why did you?
No, not really. Like, or not like, oh, I think more so that's him having a reaction to like seeing a dead animal or a dead body or something like that, opposed to the gun itself. Look, I think Hokum was good as a horror movie. I didn't like that part of it. I didn't even need it. You could take that whole thing out and I'd be fine with that movie because it was so scary at times. And I think this guy, Damien, is so good at, literally could be the best ever. And before we do The Witching, you should definitely watch this movie again.
What do you mean by before we do The Witching?
Before you direct the feature version of The Witching, you should watch Hokum and Oddity again. Because I would say these are Sorry, I burped. We're going to bleep that whole thing. Basically, I think that these movies are some of the best, like, old woman person behind you scare.
Dude, he is a fucking
it's effortless.
Master.
Yeah.
And it's the same DP that did Oddity and Hokum.
Yeah.
Master at dark. A woman's face in the light. Like, horrifying.
See, those I don't even... I'm not even talking about, actually, because there's one in Hokum where he sees someone at the stairwell, and then it's really far away.
Yeah.
I'm talking more when they're right behind him.
Sure, that too.
No, not sure. That's so much scarier. And even in Hokum, with the guy, because we saw Hokum in theater, and it's not obviously, I'm not telling you that, but we had these two dudes next to us, these absolutely jacked bros. MK, I didn't think they were a couple. MK thought they were a couple, but either way, they were really big. And during the movie, they were audibly scared.
They were freaking out. Honestly, the guy's screams would scare me more than the scare sometimes.
So, yeah. So I'm saying when the thing is in the far away, in the darkness, what you're telling, which I think is incredible, like directing and stuff. I'm not trying to say that that's, I find that very disturbing.
Yeah, I was bringing it up kind of as a different point, but I know your point about the jump scares with the people behind you.
You were bringing it up as a different point while I'm talking about a one point.
Yeah, I was just riffing.
And you want me to then just accept that?
I was just riffing, dog.
No, because and I'm trying to go back. I agree with that. So basically, but the
jump scares behind.
Yeah,
100%. Super effective. I mean, I'm excited to talk about Oddity because I want to talk about some of this.
I hear you. But
Oddity.
this is exactly the way to get into it. Is basic. It's just that this guy with the people behind him, it is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people in the theater were really wigging out
100%.
during this movie.
The girl next to me in the opening one, when the woman pops up behind him in that opening scene, the woman next to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. I'm gonna go through the Oddity.
popcorn.
Okay. Oddity. Lay of the land shots. Single house. Woman camping inside of a renovated castle. Doctor and this woman are chatting. Doctor is in charge of a psych ward, maybe. Spooky stuff starts happening at the night. Spooky guy comes to the door and warns woman about intruder. Cuts to Oddity title screen. Loved the font. Guy is in studio apartment being haunted, but it's actually the psych ward. He walks around and finds dead body. It's maybe this glass eye guy. Doctor walks into antique store, a bellboy story. Tells woman about the murder at psych ward / halfway house. Doctor reveals he's seeing a new woman. Antique owner is sister of the girl from the opening. Well, the whole opening scene I kind of didn't really write, but it's basically the spooky stuff starts happening. Spooky guy comes to the door and warns woman about intruder. And then basically leaves this woman there. And, she doesn't know. Does she find out at that point that the masked guy is...
No.
That's later. So we keep going. Woman goes to the store and gets freaky. Doctor in the house castle with new girlfriend. She's getting spooked, telling stories, showing pics. Sister shows up, acting extremely cryptic. Blind sister. Doctor and her chat. Doctor at doctor office finds freaky drawings. Doctor and girlfriend try to leave but can't find key. Doctor girlfriend tries to leave but can't find the keys. Doctor girlfriend and sister have freaky conversation. Another flashback to the one-eyed guy was right. A person did enter the house, a white face masked man. Doctor's talking. Girlfriend calls doctor, explains woman is creepy. Girlfriend starts to use prongs to fish inside a freaky statue head. Woman spazzes out. Girlfriend goes to bed, gets haunted, leaves in car with photo. Doctor comes back to house. Girlfriend confronts doctor on ordering OG girlfriend's deaths. Major confrontation. Doctor offers bullshit cell phone plan. Doctor tricks woman to walk into the trap door. Doctor sends his orderly Ivan, who killed the original girlfriend, to kill blind girl. He finds girl on floor dying. She's freaky with her hand. Controls wooden man to kill Ivan. Ivan wakes up in a hospital freaking out. Doctor has a combo that I don't really understand with Ivan. There's a toe gobbler scene. Doctor gets dumped. Gets bell in mail. Rings it. Bellboy.
The toe gobbler got me.
This movie was crazy. Writing notes for this movie was really hard because it would just
Dr.
flow
Girlfriend's
from
confusing.
nothing to nothingness, and then there would be the kind of a pivotal moment.
It's a slow burn
All
mystery.
of a sudden, there was this wooden creature man. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like you didn't like Oddity.
I thought with the same thing I was saying before, and this is why I found it so flustering a second ago, is because it was going to be my perfect segue into Oddity, is that I think that Oddity is also good because this guy Damien is a master of spooky person behind you. Cut. We see you. We see space where you think the scare is going to be, like the darkness of what you're talking about. And then you see back the person being like, oh my God, that was crazy. Then you kind of see the darkness again. Then you see like their hand. Then you see them. And then you see the space they're looking at. And then finally back, person behind them.
He does it like... He like teases the audience.
He kind of fucks with you when you think it's going to happen when it doesn't. And then he never does it the same way twice.
Yeah.
You know, he really is good at like laying up something's right behind you. Because a lot of the time it's people slowly walking towards something. And then they open a door, creak, nothing there. Boom, it's behind them. Or they're like, they're entering spaces or leaving spaces that they can offer up a scare. I think it's really hard to have a person being stationary, not moving, and kind of playing with the footage of what they're looking at and back to them, and then setting up the audience to then, okay, now there's something very scary right behind
And like,
them.
I think we're, well, I'm thinking about the bellboy reveal at the very end, but like, there's like at least 10 different setups, like 10 different shots, like for that scare.
By that time with the bellboy one, I've like learned this guy's...
Oh, I was still like...
I knew at that point, and I actually thought the bellboy was like so not scary as a concept, and so didn't have like no one talks about the bellboy really throughout the movie.
No, it's just in the beginning. It's just
even Joe Bob brings up how the bellboy, there is a public...
Yeah, discourse. Well, I'm on the team. I'm Team Bellboy. Okay, I think it's really fucking cool. And I think because, I mean, I literally called out when the doctor goes to visit Darcy, the blind witch sister who owns the antique store, when he goes to visit her, she's talking about all the stuff and she's got the new bell and it's haunted, right? And that's when I noted to you, I was like, oh my gosh, he's just so like, Damien as a writer is so just like, say what's happening. And she's like, tells this spooky story and then like about this bellboy who kills people, and if you ring and the doctor goes, you're telling me if I ring the bell, a bellboy is gonna appear and kill me? And she's like, yes.
What movie did we see recently where there was a guy who rings the bell, and somebody walks out of the door and is like, oh, I'm here, and then he's like, oh, this hotel's shitty.
Hokum.
Oh, right. My man's got a thing with fucking...
No, I think we are watching Damien McCarthy like build up his universe. I told you the bunny from Caveat, the bunny that you see is like the poster of Caveat. I don't know anything else about Caveat, but I just know that the bunny from Caveat is in Oddity.
Don't you find that interesting that there's bells that get you rung?
Spooky.
Craziness.
Bells are spooky. I'm gonna ring my bell. Ring my bell. You ring my bell, ring my bell.
Okay, so Hokum.
So I think that Oddity. So I think that it's like, so he hits you so over the head with it of, if I do this, then this, and in the beginning, and then for Darcy from Hello, I guess beyond the motherfucking grave. Because Darcy's dead, mails him the bell. Yeah. And he's Mr. Doubtful, Mr. Okay, yeah, I don't believe any of your psychic bullshit. He doesn't, like, Darcy says, I know that you organized this Ivan to kill my sister. And so then he goes to confront Ivan and he's like, you fucking talked to her, didn't you? And Ivan's like, nah, bro. And he's like, well, you talked to somebody. He like still can't wrap his little mortal mind around the fact that this woman is actually psychic. He's the doubter. Like, that's like if he's like a card, he's the doubter, And so then for her to send him from beyond the grave this bell, where they had this little conversation and he was like snarky to her in the beginning, doubting her fucking psychic abilities. So then again, I'll say it one more time, from beyond the grave, she sends him the bell, of course he's going to sit there.
Your energy has absolutely ramped over the past
and he's going to ring it.
3 minutes. Yeah, and he does.
Yeah, and he
the
does.
fucking bellboy does show up.
And it's just like, and then we wait, and Damien's like, let's wait. And then he's like, got that smug little fucking smirk on his little fucking face because he got away with it.
Talk about a smug looking
He got
actor.
away with his wife killed. He got away with Darcy killed. He got away with Ivan getting his toes gobbled by fucking scary Leatherface man.
Yeah, why was a real person gobbling his toes or a ghost?
Yes, no, that was a real person. That was the scary guy who had the mask, who had the muzzle on.
Why?
Because he literally is like.
And when else have we seen that guy in the movie?
Oh, I noticed the other 2 times we literally showed him you were writing or on your phone.
I've never on my phone this whole time. Don't you dare say that.
Okay, well.
We're bleeping that.
You were writing.
Yeah, that's insane.
Okay, John. But I'm saying, and all we saw
You said
was.
my name.
All we saw was the back of his head and
That's
him
beautiful.
and him like watching like fucking static on a TV and look at me.
Yeah?
You're on your phone right now.
Because I'm trying to get something for the podcast.
Rude.
Are you good?
We saw the back of his head and he's just like, we just saw like his fucking like muzzled up. I'm all burpy now. Sorry.
All fled, all done, so lift me on the pyre. The feast is over and the lamps expire.
What's that?
Those are the last words of Robert Howard.
I don't remember. Didn't Joe Bob mention that? What is
Yes,
that?
he did. I found it to be quite beautiful. If I ever kill myself, I'm going to write a poem. And
Please
I
don't
can't
kill
believe my
yourself.
buddy Tiger didn't write a poem before he died. That's actually psychotic. Is that making you sad?
Yeah.
You didn't even know the guy.
Did he leave anything?
I don't think so. Damn. Besides, behind a great trove of beautiful art.
Stunning.
Yeah, we should all be so
It
lucky.
speaks for itself. That's really bleak. Yeah. So, the toe gobbler, we see him, and then you in your recap go, I don't understand this convo. I guess you were just like maybe fed up with Oddity at this point, which is fair. But the doctor,
There's a lot of back and forth with them.
the thing is the doctor just sucks. Like he's a good actor, but like yeah, he just has like a smug face. So anytime we're like seeing him be like all smug, I'm just like, ugh,
I have a really
boring.
hard time focusing on him. I also think I think he's very boring. I agree, boring. I think he's a boring actor.
I don't say you agree. I didn't say he was boring. I said he had a smug little face, so I didn't like him.
Agree. I don't like the movie how it was directed, and I don't like Damien.
Yeah, no, I like this movie. I like Oddity.
And you like Kokum.
And I like Hokey.
Yeah.
Hokey.
I
I'm a Damien McCarthy girly. I'm excited to watch Caveat. Will you watch Caveat with me, or should I watch that by myself?
I'll watch Caveat.
Okay, slay.
I just think that, look, I liked this movie as a horror movie at its core.
Yeah.
I liked Hokum
Spooky-
when it was a horror movie.
Spooky ambiance.
Totally.
Let's talk about Oddity. Spooky ambiance.
Great setting.
Great setting.
The opening scene was one of my favorite scenes I've ever seen in a horror movie.
Really freaking
For Oddity.
effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Craziness. That scared me. Like, I was like, oh, what would I do in this scenario?
Dude, it's like the opening of Barbarian.
Yeah, it's
you know?
basically, if you haven't seen the movie and if we didn't explain it fully well.
Which we didn't. Can I explain it?
Yes.
So there's a woman and she's alone in this big, beautiful, spooky house. And she has a yellow tent it's stunning production design. There's no furniture. She just has a yellow tent in the middle of the room.
Just what happens?
Can I not?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to I just want to, because I want to get to what we were saying a second ago.
So she can't find her phone. So
Oh
she
my gosh.
goes to her car to
Yeah.
find her phone.
Okay.
Can't find it. She leaves the front door open when she goes to her car.
Okay.
She comes back to the house.
Yep.
She's like, feels something is off. She closes the door. There's a knock on the door.
Yeah.
She opens this spooky little thing, and this man with a glass eye is like, hey.
Which is scary. A glass eye is terrifying.
It's very scary. He's freaky looking. He's like, hey, you're in trouble. I saw somebody go in the house. You left your door open. And she's like, why the fuck were you watching me? Like, who are you?
Totally. And now, so she's presented with the choice of, do I trust this guy or do I
He's
not,
like, let
basically.
me in. Like, open the door, let me in. I'll find the guy. I'll help you. And
Yeah.
but it's like, obviously she maybe is probably letting in a guy who's going to kill her.
So what would you do in that scenario? That's basically the question that this opening leaves you. Most cold opens of a horror movie are somebody officially dying. When you know she dies at the end of it, but the implication is heavily that this guy did it in some capacity.
Yeah. I would get my keys and I would go. I would go, okay, I believe you. I'm going to need you to stand, because she can see out the thing. I'm going to need you to stand all the way over there at the end of the driveway. I think she has her keys. She doesn't have her phone. Fuck the phone. You only have one spot in the house that has service anyways, and it's upstairs, which is like dark right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. I would get my keys and I would get in my car and I would leave. And I would let these two men fucking figure it out. That's what I would do.
But you think that this guy wouldn't be able to race to your car and come kill you?
I would bring a weapon. Like a hammer. She has a hammer at some point. I wouldn't do what she fucking does, which is just lock her, get in the tent. She realizes she has the camera taking photos of everything every 20
crazy.
minutes.
Let's not get into that whole thing.
And she gets in the tent.
That's ridiculous.
So that's what I would do. I would get in my car and I would leave. What would you do?
I really think that I would be like, excuse me, sir, leave. And then I think I would keep the door unlocked. I would wait for that person to go disappear. Oh, unlock the door and really just be standing by the door for like a long time. I would have been like hours standing with my breath held, listening to a single inkling of a movement.
Yeah.
And if I heard one
standing by the door is a good
crack, one creak, it's like when you and I try to scare each other and then I go quiet. Mm-hmm. Because the killer is also moving, you know, and they're looking for you in that same way. So if you go quiet too, they become the prey, you know, in a way. Mm-hmm. So you just have to not move at all, not breathe, not move.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think
don't move a muscle.
Starting a movie with a character facing a dilemma, like I mentioned Barbarian, I think is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Barbarian, this walked so Barbarian could run. Even though I think that this is a much scarier premise than the Barbarian one. It's like, oh, let me Airbnb with a guy. Because it's also, that's a ridiculous scenario. If you were a woman and you arrived to an Airbnb and it was double booked, you would leave. It wouldn't matter if you have to drive.
There's nowhere else to go. And she has a job interview the next morning.
What do you mean there's nowhere else to go?
All the hotels are booked because there's a conventions.
You drive 30 minutes, 40, 50, 60 minutes. You wake up an hour earlier the next morning. You sleep in your car at a Walmart. You would never, ever, under any circumstance, no matter what, share an Airbnb with a stranger.
I mean, if it's a Skarsgård, I might share an Airbnb with him. If I'm a single woman and there's a Skarsgård.
And I love how you kind of are like, oh, there's nowhere else to go. Like I could see you honestly, like especially if the person was like, it's totally fine. You'd be like, you know, yeah, I'll just.
I mean, he does a lot to disarm her in that opening.
Yeah.
He does a lot to disarm her.
I could totally imagine you doing that. Terrible idea.
Well, ends up, he's not the problem.
He's not the problem. You're right. But it's an interesting twist. I mean, Barbarian is one of my favorite movies from that year. And I think is one of my top, 50 favorite horror movies. That's a movie to me that doesn't really have
Kreger, baby.
that much going on under the surface. There's so many high stakes right there.
In your face
on the surface of it that...
Yeah.
I think that these movies with all of this undercurrent stuff, I don't know. Not that into it.
And that's where I think this current draft of Slay, I think, is a little too much living in the past. And we need to feel the current emotional stakes for everybody.
I don't think it's as much living in the past as people who are dumb maybe think. I think it's more so...
People who are dumb maybe think?
I think more so...
Because I just said that. So are you saying that I'm dumb?
No, because you understand the lore perfectly. That was feedback that you got.
No, I understand the lore. I'm just saying I feel like, though, as far as what's actually happening on screen, I feel like I'm actually learning a lot from this conversation is what we're actually spending our time doing is just explaining lore. Cool, but explaining lore, but also survival and this and that and current emotional problems between people and interpersonal conflict and not just this happened, this happened, this happened. Do you know what I mean? There's something about bringing it into the present moment that's I feel super crucial. I
agree, but I completely agree. Well, I've said we've talked a lot about.
We don't have to talk about this on the pod. I just
no, and we don't. But just to respond to that, I definitely agree with clearing up the lore and eliminating things and words and sentences that aren't crucial and just saying what we need to say is important. And then also, bringing in more, especially between, the lead character. A lot of the stuff is a lot of rich side characters and people in the group. And it leaves something to be desired for our main character.
Yeah.
And I think bringing her up into the present moment is definitely necessary. I mean, one thing I wrote in the Gotham response thing that I gave you, I don't know if you used it at all, but it was basically what Slay was about. Did you remember? I mean, because it was a little different. I think, here, let me read it to you. Oh my God. I also want to read.
We can stay focused on Oddity, though.
Well, why? You think people are like,
they're like, oh, I'm getting blue balls about Oddity. You guys didn't rate it. You're not done talking about Oddity. I'm being out.
Slay is about a girl in her mid-20s coming to terms with the lies the town, and more importantly, her family have kept from her regarding her father's death while being stalked by a supernatural zombie killer, Santa Claus, on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And
That pretty much sums it up.
Right. But there's one thing about there that we don't really talk about in the script that much. I think we mentioned it once when she gets revealed finally about her father.
We're not spoiling. I don't want to spoil. We can say it now, but we're not spoiling Slay on this podcast.
What are you talking about?
I don't want to spoil Slay.
People who are here for this moment should...
I don't want to spoil Slay on this podcast, please.
Okay, well, I'm not going to break it down. Wait, so then what can I say? What can't I say?
Just say whatever and we'll bleep it or cut it.
No, it'll be too hard to cut around. I'll... Okay, well then let me just say this. Do you have a pen?
No, but I have a phone.
Let me try this.
Can you ring my bell?
Okay, I will just talk to you about it later, okay?
Okay.
Well, let me just say this. Let me make my pitch for talking about Slay and spoiling it. Whatever you say now about Slay will very likely be a different thing when it actually gets made, all right? Because at that point, maybe there's like a studio involved. Maybe there's investors. You have another draft that you're going to write. I think that it would be very fascinating for me as a viewer and a consumer of content on a frequent level of people who are creatives is hearing them talk about something and seeing the process and watching the cookie get made. I think that is honestly one of the only interesting things we have on this podcast is that you're an active filmmaker who talking about her stuff, talking about her ideas.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the main draws.
Look, we, spitballed on Speed 3 today.
Oh, look, I'm just going to talk to you about my
story.
Slay thing, and I'll just then... So, I think the thing that in that sentence that we talked about was not... her father's death is not a major part of the script.
Right.
There's that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that her journey about her father's death...
Discovering the truth about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could be something that it maybe doesn't need to be the focal point of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
But it's one of these, you say it once, you say it twice.
Yep.
And then that third time.
Yeah. And also by say, it could be we see her experiencing something.
100%.
Totally.
But it needs to be a more important part of her character.
Definitely.
So that there's more of a payoff because that's another part of arc too.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with
so
that.
That wasn't so bad.
That wasn't so bad at all. No.
You got so scared.
I didn't know what you were going to say. I didn't know if you were going to talk about some of the other stuff.
What'd you say?
Some of those third act spoilers.
Okay. This is MK. This is me writing in MK's voice. I was born and raised in Franklin, Tennessee, which I just Googled has under 100,000 people. But when I was growing up, it felt no more than 100. We have a small town square with a
this a little bit.
What?
I said I rewrote this a little bit, but this
But did you keep some of it?
It was cute.
I thought, which I just Googled, added a bit of like bringing them as the Gotham reviewers into your process.
Yeah.
Like on a meta level that is probably something they don't experience more often than not. Okay, so anyway, back to MK's voice. We have a small town square with a central gazebo, something featured in our script. There are only a few shops and even fewer restaurants. Growing up, it truly felt like our life revolved around the mall. When I was 14, my parents started a long and messy divorce process that ended when I was 16, with my mother taking me out of high school halfway through the year and separating me from my father and brother and forcing me to a different state. Since COVID, I've moved back to Tennessee and reconnected with my father and brother, and have slowly, over the past few years, unpeeled the layers of lies and deceit that my mother indoctrinated me with. This is what Slay is about to me, and the killer is a metaphor for the betrayal that can not only tear apart a marriage, but an entire town as well.
Mic drop.
Phone's fine.
Is it? Look at the back of his phone.
No.
Show the back.
What do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was super great. I mean, it's because it's definitely like that's what I've, when I did a director's statement for Film Shortage when we were a pick from there. And I was like, yeah, Slay's a story about like coming home and reconciling with like your past and the family secrets and the lies and all of that. And I think getting,
do you talk about
let me
getting
finish though,
move?
to get specific now, I think with the moving away from Tennessee halfway through and then the moving back because I had the moving back to Tennessee, like, but I think you're right. I think pinpointing like the divorce when I was 14 is like a crucial part of the lore for sure. So I loved that detail.
I want you next time I interrupt you to visually and audibly be more annoyed.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that a joke? Have I been like really visibly and audibly annoyed?
Yeah, like we'll do it when they just kind of interrupt me. I'll just be talking and
John, what's going on?
So
I'm excited to watch it back.
there's like a major stop down that happens. Anyway, I think it's really cute that you are using your mother's difficulty coming to terms with her independence as a way to forward your career.
This is why we don't tell our parents about this podcast.
First of all, too, we are so deep into episode 15 talking about this.
I know.
If your mom got to this part and we had to talk about it, she might use AI, though, to be like, does my daughter ever talk about me on her podcast?
No, and we can't even give her the idea that that's even an option. Okay, what do you rate Oddity out of Wooden Men?
I'll give it 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 Wooden Men?
Yeah, I think it's a good movie. Like, I think that it's scary. I think the opening is like 5 out of 5. So that's right there. I take away because I think it's a little over-directed. And by that, I just don't like it when I'm very aware that I'm watching a movie. And I know it's like, bro, you're in a house with lamps and it's like a TV screen. Like, you can see everything outside. Like, of course you're watching a movie. Some movies you could really get lost in, and it just feels like kind of like you're flipping through a book in a way. But some movies can have all these flashy shots that, I don't know, I just find a little overblown. And as we've gotten more into movies, I've realized I don't like that as much. And then I also thought the story was kind of just like little not there for me.
Okay.
So 3 out of 5, but a very scary movie, honestly. And I'd recommend it. Maybe 3.5 out of 5. I'll go 3.25 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah. Final answer is 3.25. 3.25 Wooden Men out of 5 Wooden Men.
Okay. I give it 4 out of 5 Wooden Men.
Okay. That's fair.
I think the Wooden Man is amazing and horrifying. And just to go back quickly to the yellow tent and the fact that there's a light source inside the yellow tent, and then that is what is like a glowing orb in that scene, like that's what's lighting that scene, I think was freaking brilliant and like so spooky and so effective. And I was like, whoa, what an interesting way to use
What tent would have a light that bright inside of it?
Well, no, it's just that's what it is. It's a thin material yellow tent, and so if there's a lamp on inside the tent, that's what it's going to be.
Like,
no, she's got a little lantern in there.
No, because she's holding a flashlight, and then she goes in and there's a lantern in there, but that lantern wouldn't be that bright. I just
I'm giving my review right now.
Sorry.
I love it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's
true.
really awesome. I think it's super interesting, and I found it very effective. And I also found that the jump cut of the kill was absolutely disgusting and absolutely horrifying. Could I have seen some on-screen kills? Sure. Do I totally respect the fact that this was a low-budget movie and he wanted to just be super specific with the spooky ambiance? Abso-freaking-lutely. Do I think that was effective? Yes, 10 out of 10. Do I think perhaps there was a couple more aerial shots of this interesting property than I would have chosen? Yes, I agree with you there. But
definitely went in the air.
That being said, I like this was my second time watching this movie. The first time I actually watched it like on a laptop when I was like working on a script or something. So I like kind of was like glancing back and forth, and like a couple times would be like, and I remember at one point I was like, I gotta turn this movie off. I'm like getting too into this movie.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a crazy movie to watch writing because it's like good.
Yeah, or I was like doing I don't know, I was doing some sort of movie work and I was like had a movie on in the background. So it was cool to watch this movie just like fully just watching it. And I thought it was freaking dope. And I'm a big Damien McCarthy fan.
Well, this is Oddity. You heard it here, folks. You know, we've added it to the list.
4 out of 5 wooden men.
I think it's definitely like a good one for us to have seen.
I want to use his head like a bowling ball too. Yeah, all those holes in it.
I hated that.
That's some cool witchcraft.
And the wooden man like
the
was in the chest and then not in the, and then like they set him up.
No, nobody set him up.
Okay.
That's what's scary. She goes, why did you move him? And she goes, I didn't.
So he was all in the chest.
He moved on his own.
How could he fit in that chest? It's all folded over on himself.
He was sitting down.
In the chest?
Yeah.
So what he got up like he was sitting cross-legged?
He was like
applesauce?
he was sitting down with his knees up.
I think honestly he looked like he was like on an airplane when they're like, if we're crashing, put your head between your legs. You know, I think he was like this.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I found it very effective.
Effective.
Spooky.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do the trades.
Bitch. Okay, this is huge. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is one of your favorite horror writer-directors, Jane Schoenbrunn. I don't know how to say
I don't know what he's done. He's not my favorite.
I don't know how to say their last name.
Okay.
So Jane Schoenbrunn, they are the writer-director of I Saw the TV Glow.
Okay.
So.
Inspiring stuff for me.
Absolutely.
Last episode, I think, or a couple in a Violent Nature episode, or some episode recently, we really got into that topic.
It's a great movie. So they have this is I think their third feature.
Okay.
Because their first one's like Let's All Go to the World's Fair, which we haven't seen, and then I Saw the TV Glow. And then now Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Okay.
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Okay.
Just premiered at Cannes.
Cannes. Okay.
And it's Gillian Anderson, and Hannah Einbinder.
You're having a lot of tough times with these names.
There's a lot of difficult names. Gillian Anderson is the one who wrote Gone Girl. And Hannah Einbinder is the girl who's the younger woman in Hacks. It's like the older woman in Hacks and then her.
Okay.
They star in the queer slasher horror. Critics called it an instant midnight movie classic.
I'm so excited to watch this.
It's being released August 7th. Standing ovation, 9 minutes.
The standing ovation thing at Cannes, I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, but it's just kind of...
Because everyone's like, it's like a really long standing ovation. They all get standing ovations.
But 9 is pretty long.
I want to see the movie at Cannes that they go, no one stood up.
Yeah.
But they still gave an ovation.
I saw that...
Just an ovation. No standing.
Can it be an ovation if there's not standing?
That sigh clip, the amount of women in the world that have sighed that sigh. Just hearing the worst joke ever.
Okay.
Next trade. Moving on. We are rapidly crashing this plane.
I'm not crashing no plane.
You're flying still.
I'm flying.
Okay.
I'm Ben Kingsley.
Okay.
I'm
You have one
piloting
engine
this
out.
plane.
It is smoking.
Paranormal Activity.
Here we go.
The Broadway play.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you serious?
Coming this summer to Broadway, to the August Wilson Theater. So remember they did a show, they were doing it in LA when we were there. Do you remember?
Should we see it?
So yeah, 100%. Apparently it's really actually pretty freaky. So Paranormal Activity is coming to Broadway this summer after sold out runs in London, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and DC.
Okay.
The stage version will play at the August Wilson Theater for a limited 20-week engagement.
Okay, let's go.
Previews begin August 14th. It officially opens September 15th.
I'm here for it.
I'm really excited.
I wonder if it'll be scary.
It will be. It's very scary. In fact, like I've seen a couple spoilers and then I've been like, fuck, I need to stop. I need to scroll away whenever I see this, but it just seems like so interesting, but it's like really scary. And can I tell you, I love, oh my God. You got me. I love a horror play, and I'm really excited about this one.
I can't believe I just scared you on the podcast.
That I think we need to clip. I'm really excited about it. Did you know they tried to do an Insidious play?
I need to
hear about
rewatch
this?
Insidious. I'm a little shaky on what Insidious is. Honestly, I could do that. Really soon.
I mean, Out of the Further Into the Further, whatever is coming out soon. So we should do an Insidious.
Because I feel like
rewatch.
Insidious is one of the first franchise horrors we watched when we were like getting into horror, especially with our McKay shit. And I remember like I fell asleep during them when we were watching them, but it's been a while for you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen them more recently than you have, but yes.
Okay. But didn't we see them together? You're saying you maybe put them on when you were working? Got it. You're really okay. You're sneaky like that.
I'm very sneaky.
Anything else?
Yeah, but can I was saying.
No,
did
I
you
want to
know,
cut you off, put you down, speak over you. No, of course.
Did you know about the Insidious play that they tried to do?
I did not. I'm sorry.
It was a freaking train wreck.
Because of like special effects.
Like it was just bad, and it was like boring, and people were like, "I feel like I just got scammed." Like, what the fuck was this shit?
They gotta bring back the Spider-Man play.
No, that was a cursed
the Dark.
disaster.
Yeah, but that's the thing is now they could do it better. Like so many Spider-Man Into the Dark walked so all of these other ones could run. And like they should bring it back now that
I
all
know,
of
but
that
a lot of
stuff's-
those actors aren't walking now.
because they got injured.
Yeah.
I wish I had seen it.
Yeah,
Imagine seeing
that'd be pretty cool.
Imagine seeing a working production of Into the Dark where
That'd
it
be
all
cool.
gelled.
That would've been
There
cool.
must have been. It was on Broadway for a while. Like obviously there was marred with shutdowns, but like it must have worked together at some point.
At some point, there could have been one good show.
Yeah.
Well, so anyways, this Paranormal Activity thing is coming, you know.
We're wearing the same shoes.
I know. I don't like that your feet are getting close to me. People were nervous about Paranormal Activity because of how much Insidious bombed. So they were really quiet about it at first, but now it's like going to Broadway, baby, because they're like, we figured it out.
Damn,
So-
that would have been your shot to get on Broadway.
Dude, I know. Terrifier 4.
I know, but we know about this. When is it coming out?
What do you know that I'm about to say?
Well, you just said Terrifier 4 and then paused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to build suspense. And I was met with attitude. It's set on New Year's Eve.
Okay. I do know that.
You saw that?
Yeah, I've heard that. That's been the scuttlebutt.
Damien posted about it, and it's very exciting.
It is.
Oh,
You're getting some kind of weird.
I have a link, but I'm on airplane mode because I didn't want the clerk's office to call me again. Okay, you ready for this?
Yes.
Don't look.
Can I guess what it says?
Yeah.
Because I looked for a second and this is what I think I saw. Jeremy Allen White obtains the One Ring. Is that what it says?
Is that what you actually thought it said?
Well, you think I just made it up?
Yeah.
Well, how could I just made that up?
That's so crazy.
Like that's such a random thing to say out loud.
No, not at all.
I think it says Jeremy Allen White obtains the One Ring.
No, sharks are once again villainized in new Kate Beckinsale horror movie, White.
So I did get a word.
White?
Yeah.
Sure.
Jeremy Allen White.
So, directed by Jake West, White comes from a script by Dan Schaefer, with production set to begin this summer, split between Bulgaria, England, and the U.S. Okay? Willa Harba is a struggling actress trying to catch her big break, and she's traveling overseas for a shoot with a obsessed star. Self-obsessed or self-absorbed? I feel like self-absorbed makes more sense, right?
Self-obsessed.
Okay. Their private jet crashes into the Pacific. Now the sole survivor, she's stranded on a fractured wing with nothing but ocean around her. Her only lifeline is a satellite phone salvaged from the wreck. But when she calls for rescue, her demanding studio boss, played by Kate Beckinsale, brushes her off. Instead, her signal is picked up by marine biologists who delivers chilling news. Willa has crashed into the infamous White Shark Cafe, a stretch of ocean where great whites gather to feed.
Is that a real thing?
This is a real... Oh, I don't know if that's a real thing. The White Shark Cafe?
Google that. Man, I gotta be honest. Shark movies are so sick. We're do a shark movie.
Yeah, it is.
It is? Where is it?
It's a remote mid-Pacific Ocean gathering spot halfway between Baja California and Hawaii, where great white sharks from the California coast congregate annually during winter and spring. Whoa.
That's fucking fucked up.
Oh, that's really scary. So this woman is going to crash there.
Okay, you have yawned 7 times in the past 6 minutes. So what's the next trade?
We have one more.
Okay.
They're making a Zorro movie with a horror twist.
What? That is each word is not what I think you're going to say next.
Christmas Bloody Christmas director Joe Begos has found his next project, partnering on a, quote, violent and brutal, end quote, new take on the classic tale of sword-yielding vigilante Zorro. They call him Zorro, which he will write and direct, will draw on the original writings, but through a horror lens.
Huh. This is all getting me very excited for Slay. I really want to I want to do the deleting thing with you and then get into it. This is all really cool. Zorro is a horror.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck me up.
Zorro's
I don't know
going to
what.
be a scary, brutal vigilante who has more to do with like dark and violent characters like the Punisher or the Crow.
Huh.
So blood, guts, and plenty of gore.
So maybe not a horror, but gory.
A gorer.
It's like these people don't know what a horror is. You know?
Well, baby, there's lots of definitions of horror.
Are there?
Name one.
Yeah. What?
Name one.
I think there's A24 horror and real horror.
No, remember, we like A24. We just don't
There's
like...
Ari Aster horror.
We don't like Ari Aster.
And there's real horror.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
Those are the 2 categories.
So people are calling it elevated horror, but that's insulting to all other horror.
No, there's elevated horror because it is. No, that's not insulting because like a movie like Slay, I would rather Slay get nominated for a fucking Razzie than an Oscar.
I mean, I wanted to get nominated for a Fangoria Chainsaw Award.
Okay, I'd rather get nominated for a Fangoria Chainsaw Award and like win horror like special effects prizes than like be something that like people are like, oh, this was like a real thinker. Like I also think that's with Oddity and with Hokum. Like these movies are huge South by Southwest movies. You know, they made $1.8 million and everyone's talking about it and they're going to let him make another movie, which that would be great. I would love for someone to give us $3 million and we make 1.8 and they're like, we loved it. Still, here's another $3 million to make another movie.
Yeah.
That we're going to lose $1 million on because you're going to be our tax write-off and we're going to get like tons of awards and accolades from you being our movie. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I just think I'd rather make like a Terrifier type of movie that's going to make a ton of money and get to make more movies and go bigger in scale and make more.
You sound like such a producer. I want to make a movie and get a bunch of money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd rather be in the business of Damien Leone than Damien McCarthy. If I'm to pick my Damiens.
Ooh.
Clip it.
Ooh. I don't know if I agree with that. And we're in business together, so.
What are you talking about? Because of his stuff with actors? Because he made a movie for $30,000 and everybody loved it? Because he had a great idea? And yeah, because the internet, like on some niche level random shit, some internet people. I mean, the thing is, he literally makes women get cut through the pussy. In Terrifier 3, he's having a woman masturbate with a piece of glass. Like, these are brutal, disgusting, fucked up movies. He's going to get people to come for him, like the Christian right, you know, old actors because he's made a ton of money.
Yeah, I don't want to get into all of the Terrifier business drama, but there's a lot of business drama, and I'd rather us have
the business drama is actors not getting paid.
And not feeling safe on set.
But so...
And also there's a producer who talks about how he fucked him over.
But if you're a producer... and they want to work with you, you're going to be okay with it. Like, let's say, for instance, another type of movie had history with actors not getting paid, other indie movies.
Sure.
And producers from that movie wanted to work for you. In that situation, it's like, oh, well, I would understand. But in this situation...
Well, in this situation, this woman literally felt unsafe on set.
She felt unsafe because her character was being upside down...
And she was cold and hanging upside down and people were taking pictures of her.
Yeah, and she was being sawed in half from the vagina. of course you're going to be uncomfortable. That's a very uncomfortable thing.
Yeah.
And then you're being visually depicted on screen with people literally cheering, probably, if you're at the premiere.
Yeah.
People are like, probably like, that's happening. People are like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, look.
And you got paid $300 to do it.
My thing is I just.
Wait, can I just to your point? Do you think you made $300 to do it or some bullshit number? And then the movie goes on to make a ton of fucking money. And you're like, bro, that was really an uncomfortable day for me. I got no money from that. That does suck for that actor, and I hope they get a bonus of some kind. But that bonus is going to come out of the kindness of Damien Leone's heart. And I think that they did get some money kicked back. Did they not?
I don't think so.
Well, they don't really have to, honestly. And it's a bad precedent to set even so. And the producer, you know, who's on the first and the second movie, I don't know the story, but you're allowed to fire producers. I don't even get that point.
Okay. Chill.
No, I'm fired up about it.
Please don't be fired up.
Okay.
Don't be fired up, and don't make blanket statements like you'd rather be Damien Leone than Damien McCarthy, okay? Because I really admire and respect both of them.
Okay.
I like and I will rewatch Oddity and Hokum more than I will like and rewatch the Terrifier movies. That being said, I'm fucking seated for Terrifier 4 and for Art the Clown, just sawing people up on New Year's Eve. Can't wait.
I find that we will have to test that theory. I don't know if I am convinced that you'll see Oddity and Hokum.
I've seen Oddity now twice, so I don't know if I'll see it a third time, but I'll probably watch Hokum again.
Yeah, and you've seen Terrifier 1 3 times, probably twice or 3 times.
Because you're like, we're sitting down.
No, the first one. I think this you get affected by the internet. You are someone who could see what happens online, and it is something that even if it doesn't bother you, it's not directed towards you. I really hope you never get into an internet controversy because I think you will literally
crumble.
You'll have to go see like a specific social media therapist.
I absolutely will.
Yeah. You'll really have a hard time with
it.
Because I would just like delete my Instagram and then live my life and not even think about it.
Yeah.
It only would suck because you would. If you went on Instagram, you would see
that's something that's interesting is about being canceled is like, unless you're like losing work and if you're not on the internet, you don't notice. But unless people are firing you, like to be canceled or to be in an internet controversy, unless people are going, hey, you know how you were going to make $1 million on this brand deal? You're no longer doing that. That would affect you. But like day to day, people aren't like going up to you on the street being like, fuck you, you know, but in their comments, they're like, fuck you.
I don't even know people who get, you know, canceled anymore now who were gonna have brand deals who don't. I don't think brand deals get shook with controversy as much as they used to just because there's been so much. Every person who's a brand person is a risk. Like, can you name one person who lost deals recently? Like the people who seems like are especially in our world.
Alex Earl lost like her Gymshark thing, but then she ended up suing them.
Okay. So, and even the 2 girls from the Scream movies, like, seemed like they walked away. Seemed like that was mutually beneficial to both parties as, like, ending that relationship over those Palestine tweets and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, that didn't seem like one person like, they don't seem salty about it at all. It didn't seem like they wanted to be in the next Scream movies. Yeah.
No, they definitely wanted to. The actress Melissa, the one that got fired, and then Jenna Ortega walked for other reasons. I'm sure it was just out of solidarity.
Yeah, but also Jenna Ortega does like, I don't need to do the Scream movie. Like,
yeah, Jenna Ortega I think is fine. But the Melissa, whatever her name is, I recently saw her talking smack on Scream 7. Or Scream, it was 7, right? That just came out? And she was like, she was salty about it.
Yeah, cancel culture used to never be a thing previously, and I think it will recede into the distance of like, there are some hard and fast cancelable things, you know, but like I don't
crimes.
Like exactly, like
crimes.
But I don't think that like verbal stuff really gets set. Dude, the other day, I mean, this guy Hassan Piker, who's a streamer, he like literally electrocutes his dog, and he was like telling me about how he watches Hassan, and I was like, is this the guy who electrocutes his dog? And he was like, he doesn't electrocute his dog. The other day he was telling me also too, this is the same conversation with him. I was like, yeah, MK's telling me that she doesn't think that Michael Jackson's guilty.
That's okay.
Well, I changed your mind on that. You're now.
Yeah.
You think he's guilty, or you don't want to? Do you feel you're gonna get canceled?
I know nothing. I'm so annoyed with you bringing this up right now.
This is so funny.
I'm so annoyed. I'm so tired. This is the end of the podcast. I'm so annoyed with you bringing this up right now.
Wait, do you feel like you can't say... Let's just err on the safety and say we lean on the side that he was a criminal.
I know nothing about all of this. The Michael movie came out. All of a sudden, my algorithm was #Michael is innocent. I come to
100%.
you. I go, I know nothing about this. I was born in 96. I know nothing about
you're
this.
Off the, you're not... no one's holding you responsible for Michael
don't
Jackson.
say that I'm out there being like, he's fucking innocent, because I don't know
You were telling me what
anything.
happened on your TikTok.
I was saying this is what the algorithm is feeding me.
100%. So it's like... Yeah, well, he is innocent. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, he, in 1993, he wrote a song called Palestine. And then, you know what happened. And I'm like, no, I don't know what happened. What are you saying? You're saying that he writes a song called Palestine, and then the Jewish people are trying to make him look like a child molester? And he's like, well, I'm not saying it's not. And I'm like, Travis, you're fucking crazy. And the point of what I'm trying to say is that canceled people in this fucking insane upside down world we live in are now uncanceled through just sheer time and desire to have them still back in the zeitgeist. You now can bring back people who are terrible criminals, and even potentially, even if they're not, absolute weirdos. This is the thing I was trying to say with you, is that even the facts that we all agree on, Michael's attorneys and the prosecutors and the facts that everybody are like, okay, these are things that did happen, make him out to be an absolute weirdo. So weirdo is all but guaranteed. And then anything past that, if you even wanted to debate, you don't even have to. You can just settle at weirdo. You are shut. You're like, I'm not getting into this.
We're a movie podcast, but if you want to talk about hot political topics, let's talk about them.
Michael Jackson and Palestine are too hot. I don't even understand the concept, though, of not, like, someone could clip this and say that I think Michael Jackson is a criminal. No,
I don't care about that. It's just more so, like, this should just be, like, a fun place to talk about scary movies, not to talk about,
I agree 100%.
Like,
I agree
all this
100%.
other shit.
Okay, so...
We need to be like Joe Bob, okay?
Well, we know what Joe Bob would say is that there's a lot of evil in this world, and we need to focus on just what brings us together as a community and as a people. And a lot of the times, no matter where you come from, no matter who you are, a movie, and more importantly, a drive-in, is a place for all of that. It's a place for family, and it's a place for community. That's right.